Because like hole number one, I like to suck you in, you know? That's just my philosophy. I like to have my best lighting and all that. Because it makes you forget about any of the other stuff you run into because you've already been like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Yep, yep. And you can't always do it, but I like to try to make 18 use the same lighting as 1. You know what I mean? So, like, if I get this good lighting effect, so, my clubhouse is basically going to be right over in here, probably. So, I'd like to work, front side out here and then work the back side out this way. And then 18 will come back along the same kind of direction as 1. So you'll get that good lighting wow effect, and then you'll get it on 18. So you get a good start and a good end, like you're saying. Nah, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that later. And a lot of times I'll use multiple shapes, but these new shapes we got are pretty cool. So you don't really have to mess with those too much. And you can see, like, I can go around here and tell, like, that lighting direction right there is probably the best. So I need to play with that inclination and turn it around where I get, when you get that shiny look, that's kind of like the best visual effect lighting. So what I've been doing now, which is what Taste did on his thing, it's pretty cool actually. It was awesome that he figured that out. Is I'll go do this, and it's not to really flatten it, but it's just to eat the fairway away, because you can't put fairway on red, right? So I get a red brush and I'm gonna carve this fairway a little bit. So what I'll do is you shrink it, you sink it to the water level, and then you'll see how it ate the fairway away right there. And then I'll go back and flatten it with the blue. Because sometimes it comes out and it doesn't affect you. It doesn't make this indentation. But sometimes it does. I don't know why. When he shows his videos, they always come out fine. So I must be doing something just a little bit. He's probably going lower to the water table or something when he starts. But you go back and flatten this, and you can get it back down to, the kind of a smooth texture. Now I got it about smooth back out. But I can tell you I'm going to have to eat some of that hump right there out. Looks like a good job for the flatten tool. Down here to the low point. Yeah, and yeah, you see, when I first started, and I don't know it was something, you'd have areas where you couldn't put fairway, and I was like, what in the world is causing that? Well, and you had to go back with the red brush and raise that area, and the fairway would show up. Yep. So, like, if I do this now, like if I'm going to create let's just say I'm going to make a big fairway here. So, how wide that is, but something like that. See how there's no fairway in that area where I did the red brush? But you can take a red brush and put it over it. I'll show you. This is the cool part. that he. Yeah, I don't know how he figured that out. I guess he's just smart. I mean, I guess I should have figured it out too once we realized what you could do. But that's just thinking outside the box. He's pretty good at that. He's always come up with a lot of cool stuff that people end up using for everything. You know, one of those innovative thinkers, I guess. All right, so now you got this kind of weird looking deal here. So what you do next is you take that red brush flatten one, go over to one of the ovals. You can come back in here, and when you click it, you'll get fairway coming back. That's how they get that fairway so into everything. Like you'll see, they'll have it like right in this stuff like this, and it'll just be perfectly shaped. They're doing it like that. We're saying, no, I got a little too close to that one side, so let me back some of that off. A little bit close, but okay for. Yep. Yep. Kind of. Sometimes these brushes are real sensitive. They eat further than you think they're going to. I think that looks fine right there. So then, let's see. I'm gonna throw a little light rough around that guy. And on this one, I'll show you kind of the other way to do it that a lot of people do. Instead of that oval one. Now, the oval one works really good when you're using multiple shapes, so you don't have already a shape for it. But like for this one, there's already a shape. Yeah, I don't need that. I need the sculpting tool and flatten on my shape. Where's it at? There it is. It was in here. So then, and what I tend to do on these is, the first pass, when I've got it just at 0, I overlap the away from the face of the bunker to the ground a little bit. And it should sink it just a little bit. That didn't really sink it as much as I wanted, but then you can shrink it down and fill in the bunker. Maybe even take it down just a couple of inches, maybe. Not much. Fairway bunkers, you don't necessarily have to have too much of a depth to them. Then I always go back with a little soft brush. And like sometimes, if it's not looking quite like I want, I'll raise it on the outside and go around the outside to give it a little more depth in there. All right. But the real thing that I think helps, I need raise tool. And you can do, however you want it, but these little soft ones, even that weird shaped one is a good one. And you kind of get back from it and just raise the face of it a little bit. Because, most of the time when you hit into a bunker, the face is a little higher than the backside, that's part of the penalty, right? You got to get it up over that lip sometimes. You just don't want to get like ridiculous with these in the fairway. And then I come back to the backside and can lower it a little bit, right? Get that better look. Now from the tee, I should be able to see both of them. Play the hole. So yeah, that one in the fairway looks good there. It's real visible from the tee. I could zoom out. I could probably chew a little bit more of that rough away there on that right side, but it doesn't look bad. I mean, get a tee ball out there. See how in play it is. Oh, it's going to be really in play because I'm almost in it. And then now I'm in this little, yeah, that's pretty good. So what I'd probably do is maybe, I don't know, give you a little more, but to see, this is good because this is a short hole, and if you really didn't want to risk that bunker, once I have the whole fairway done, you could lay up short of this bunker and still have a 9-iron into the green, I need to play with this. Yeah. Orientation. Go to this orientation here and see if I can get a better. Kind of liking that one. Yeah, I like that. First hole. Then what I've been doing here lately, which I really like the way it looks, is for my heavy rough, I like this little squarish looking fuzzy brush. And I'll take it and I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Just plop it down and rotate it around. Kind of do like all the way down around the hole. Of course, I'll have fringe in around the fairway, the light fringe, but this kind of gets you an idea of and you can even take this thing and hold it down. Jaggedy up through there. Get some. That's getting a pretty good look to it. Plop down a little bit more fairway. And you can actually make a straight fairway with this oval round brush. I don't know if you know that, but if you get them like real close, like you go like a halfway, you can make a straight line with this thing.